Hello and welcome to another edition of UFO Video Addicts. Let me give you a quick preview of what I got coming up in this video. The first is a strange object that was filmed from a plane in Karachi, Pakistan. Got another video of this, strange little object coming down a hill in Krasnodar. I have no idea where Krasnodar is. This is an interesting video of, I'm pretty sure this is like one of the SpaceX rockets, but later on in the video you see this strange little object. I'm not sure if it's like anything alien. It could be something off the ship, but you see something strange pass by under here. This is a photo of Jupiter's taken from the Juno probe. Also have this documentary video. It's just over an hour long, but it's an interview of all the different people that were involved in the Roswell crash. And they all tell what they know, what they saw. This is a video that a family took of a crouching Bigfoot. I think they heard some noises and, they see this thing crouching, then it gets up and walks away. This is a PDF document from the NSA about a UFO report in Tehran, Iran. Also have this article here from the War Zone. The secretive inventor of the Navy's bizarre UFO patent finally talks. But I've done a couple videos about these particular patents, but this is the interview of the guy that invented this stuff. Let's see. Also have this article from the Washington Examiner. Yeah, I won't give the Washington Examiner a lot of credibility, but as far as politics is concerned, but this is being a piece, an opinion piece, videos that the Navy has released, and I just wanted to point out something that's said down here. Yeah, and then here's a video. Again, because I want to just make a point of the comet Shoemaker-Levy when it collides into Jupiter, and the impact that it caused, and how when we blow up nuclear bombs on our planet, I don't think it's really having an impact anywhere except on this planet. So if the aliens are shutting down our nuclear sites, I don't think it's because they're feeling the effects from some planet that's 4.5 light years away. But anyways, let me go back to this first video here. Like I said, this is a bright UFO filmed from a plane over Karachi, Pakistan. Let me go full screen here.
It's not a no. This is not a balloon. This is not an aircraft. Idhar side pe aa keep making the video. Yes, I am.
That thing seems so small. I would imagine it's just a probe, some kind of probe. But anyways, I can't play the whole video. I'll get hit with a copyright violation. But I'll leave a link in the description so you can check it out. Let me go on to this next video here. Yeah, this is Krasno. I don't know where Krasnodar is. I'd have to. Oh, here we go. It's Russia. This seems like it's in Russian or something. But let's check this out. Let me start right about there. Yeah, look at this little thing. Again, another one of these probes. I've done enough of these videos where this just isn't unusual anymore. And the more I'm convinced that these little objects aren't coming from some faraway planet or some, distant galaxy. This is some probe from one of our neighbors. Yeah, we're not alone on this planet. There definitely has to be at least one, but from what people like Linda Moulton Howe are saying, there's at least 3 that she's aware of. Let me go to this video here. Yeah, this video, I believe this is the SpaceX. Let me see. Yeah, there's really, there's nothing, there's no context to this. But I've seen enough of the SpaceX videos, so no, that's what this is. But watch right here. You'll see something appear. There it is right there. Like, what, that could be something. Oh, let me go back a little more. There it goes. Yeah, that could be something off the ship. Because I imagine this is part of one of the boosters returning to Earth. That's what this flap looks like, at least. So, maybe this is something else off of this thing. Don't know. I'll leave a link in the description if someone else can figure it out. Would love to hear it. Yeah, this is a photo of Jupiter from the Juno probe, or Jupiter's clouds. Look at that. Remember, Jupiter is like so much bigger than planet Earth. I think planet Earth would probably be about the size of this thing right here. This little cloud right here would be planet Earth. So this is pretty amazing. Let me go to this video here. This is just over an hour video of all these different people who were witnesses, I guess, or involved, somehow in the Roswell crash. Let's hear what this guy has to say.
Scratch it, so to speak, but that's kind of beside the point. But I think this is one of the reasons that Jack showed me this piece, because our association had gone on quite a few years, and he trusted me, and I didn't tell anybody about it. I think this is my first discussion, or the meeting as of this date.
Publicly.
So
What did he do with this piece of metal?
he put it in his pocket, and that's the last I've seen of it.
So it didn't. Characteristics about their appearance?
Only one thing that he mentioned is the hands were not covered. They had 4 fingers.
How were they dressed?
They were dressed in some type of a tight-fitting suit. It looked like sort of a metallic, but not metal and not nylon. And it fit to the body very closely tight. But they were not wearing any headpiece at all. And I don't recall that he said anything about what they had on their feet.
Were all of these beings dead when he found them?
They were all dead and only a short distance from the craft. The craft burst open, and they didn't. He said that they hadn't seen anybody else, but they really hadn't had a chance to look. These were all outside the craft and quite close to the craft, within not too many feet from them.
He mentioned the suits being very tight-fitting to their bodies. I just did one of the Serpo reports, and according to, I think it's Anonymous, the guy Anonymous, who's basically explaining about the Eben crafts. According to him, the suits that they wear are like somehow atomically aligned. The material is atomically aligned, and the creatures and the clothing become a part of the ship, because the ship is the actual propulsion system. The ship is somehow like able to use electromagnetic charges, and or the suits that these beings wear help them to become a part of the ship, so that the ship, the beings, and the clothes that they wear are just become one object, one thing that, and then it also ties into their brain waves, so they're able to control the craft just by thought. Anyways, this is a very interesting video. I haven't had a chance to watch it all, but I will leave a link in it so you can check it out if you want. Let me go on to this next video here. Yeah, this video was some family. They were just, I I guess they're out hiking or something, and they see this creature here crouched down. I'm going to start it about here. Let's see if we can. Yeah, because they're going in slow motion here. Yeah, you see it gets up. And walks away, and that's it. And off he goes. And the beginning of it is them. I guess they spotted it, and they're trying to tell someone else exactly where it's at. But they film it, and I think they got a pretty good shot there. I'll put a link in the description so you can check it out. This link here. This is a document from some of the UFO dump that the CIA just did. Let me zoom in on this a little. This is from Tehran, Iran. This report forwards information concerning the sighting of a UFO in Iran on 19 September 1976. At around 12:30 a.m. on 19 September 76, the Imperial Iranian Air Force Command Post received 4 telephone calls from citizens living in the Shamaran area of Tehran saying that they had seen strange objects in the sky. Some reported a kind of bird-like object, while others reported a helicopter with a light on. There were no helicopters airborne at that time, the command post called B.G. Youssef, Assistant Deputy Commander of Operations, after he told the citizen it was only stars and had talked to Mehrabad Tower. He decided to look for himself. He noticed an object in the sky similar to a star, bigger and brighter. He decided to scramble an F-4 from Sharoki Air Force Base to investigate. Well, this is really too hard for me to read, but I will leave a link in the description so you could check it out. This is a article on the Drive, the War Zone. The secretive inventor of the Navy's bizarre UFO patent finally talks. Dr. Salvatore Pais has finally spoken to the War Zone concerning his seemingly out-of-this-world patents filed on behalf of the U.S. Navy. Over the last 6 months, the War Zone has been deeply reporting on a set of bizarre patents assigned to the U.S. Navy. The patents, which are all the product of a single inventor, truly sound like stuff of science fiction and include high-temperature superconductors, gravitational wave generators, compact fusion reactors, and high-energy electromagnetic field generators. Most radical of all is the hybrid aerospace underwater craft, claimed to be able to engineer the fabric of our reality at the most fundamental level, by seemingly bending the laws of physics as we know them. Together, these patents seems to be the building blocks of a vehicle with truly out-of-this-world UFO-like performance. As part of our reporting, we have been working to better understand the mind behind this mysterious intellectual property. Now, the elusive Dr. Salvador Cesar Pais has spoken to the War Zone. Well, it goes on with this interview, but yeah, you know what? If this stuff is all coming out now, they're putting this stuff out now because they're getting ready to announce, and like I said in my other videos, people have been watching UFO encounter shows on cable news for the past 20 years at least. So what can they tell us in this 180 days that people don't already know? We have people like Linda Moulton Howe, Richard Dolan, Nick Pope, and the names go on and on. With the Elizondo, and all these other people now coming out and saying, yes, there's these UFOs out there. So what is this disclosure that's going to happen in 180 days? I think that they're going to finally announce that we're not alone on the planet. But again, I think that if people are paying attention, that there are others who are already saying that we're not alone on this planet. And here, this is another article that I wanted to point out to show how our military has been concerned with these things, and they've also been, I think, hunting them, looking for them. Let me go to this paragraph here, right here. Finally, the 2020 report carries a heavy focus on underwater operating UFOs, or what the government calls unidentified submersible phenomenon. Macmillan rightly notes that the Navy is particularly loath to discuss this element of the phenomenon, fearing that doing so will compromise the operation of highly classified Navy acoustic sensor networks. As I've reported, another motive for the government secrecy here is the apparent ability of some UFOs to travel underwater at speeds of hundreds of knots or more per hour. Combining that factor with the UFO's means of and apparent propensity for occasionally closing with nuclear-powered submarines has the Navy reasonably concerned. Yeah, this whole Navy acoustic sensor networks, I talked about that in one of my other videos. That these sensors, are killing whales. And like I said in that video, I don't think that these sensors are to hunt down like Chinese or Russian submarines, because I don't think, the Chinese or the Russians have things that are that far advanced that we need these type of highly sensitive sonars. So yeah, and like this thing states, they've been encountering these unidentified submersible phenomenon for a long time. I mean, long enough to build, sonars to look for them. And I've said it again, if these crafts are coming in and out of our oceans, and they're in our oceans, and our Navy is monitoring them, it's not because they're visiting. It's because that's where they live. They're coming in and out of their bases, their civilizations. I mean, that would be the only logical explanation, And here's something I want to point out. Just watch this for a second.
Explosions are expected later this week.
They called it the biggest explosion in the solar system for hundreds of years. Half an hour after the first comet fragment went in, the impact was still visible. The cloud of debris spread out for thousands of miles and was over 1,000 miles high. The astronomers were jubilant.
We're going to see things and we're going to learn a lot. That's the good news tonight.
If any of these comets had hit planet Earth, Earth would have been annihilated. And, like this guy said, this was the largest impact in the solar system. And did we feel it? Did it have any impact whatsoever on planet Earth? And the answer is no, right? We watched planet-ending comets slam into Jupiter. It had absolutely no impact on planet Earth. So when we explode nuclear bombs, and some people have claimed that by us blowing up nuclear bombs, that attracted the attention of some ancient or some faraway alien civilization, and they come to visit us to check us out. Well, again, this is, we got one of these little pixels here. This is our entire solar system, right? If we're blowing up nuclear bombs or hydrogen bombs or, whatever, the SAR bomb or whatever is the most powerful bomb we've ever exploded, I guarantee you no civilization out here or, the closest star is, Alpha Proxima or something like that, 4.5 million light years away or 4.5 light years away, right? Or even if there's an alien civilization on one of the moons of Jupiter, right? Us blowing up bombs is not going to attract the attention of anyone except our neighbors, right? I mean, our military is blowing up villages all over the Middle East, and, we don't care about things like that. But if your neighbor were setting up a meth lab that could possibly blow up, yeah, you'd be concerned, right? So, like any parent that found out that their children were playing with the matches, they would come and take them away. And I think when these UFOs come to our nuclear sites and the Russians' nuclear site and turn off their nuclear weapons, they're taking the matches away from the children. They're like, no, you guys shouldn't play with these. And they're just shutting them off, and they go back to their underwater or their underground civilizations because they don't want us to blow up their home, right? These things, some of them are, granted, I'm not saying they're all, for sure. You know, there's definitely civilizations out here that have existed for so long, that are so advanced, right, that don't think anything like us, and they've discovered so many things that we have yet to discover, that I'm sure it would be nothing for them to be able to build vehicles or find some way to travel from distant galaxies and arrive at our galaxy in a flash, or a couple of days or whatever. From my understanding, all the different all of the different civilizations out there, they all have different types of technology, different levels of intelligence and abilities and things like that. So we're not alone on this planet, and there's a lot of life out there. So anyways, that is going to be it for this video. If you like things like this, please give this video a thumbs up. Please share this video. And if you're new to the channel, please subscribe. I'll have more things like this. Take care.